So we're going to solve by factoring. First thing I'm going to do is I want to move everything to one side. So subtract 15x minus 15x. So I get 2x cubed minus x squared minus 15x equal to 0. I see that there's an x in common between all three of those, so GCF, pull an x out, 2x squared minus x minus 15. All right, when I look at this, there's three terms. So I think, okay, trinomial T-chart. So my a here is 2, so I'm going to have to use the AC method. I'll multiply 2 times negative 15 to get negative 30. And then my middle term, my b term, it's negative 1. So something that multiplies to negative 30 adds to negative 1. Negative 6 times 5 multiplies to negative 30. Negative 6 plus 5 gives me negative 1. Whenever I put these factors down here, so I've got x, and then I have what? 2x squared minus 6x from that negative 6 here, plus 5x, and then minus 15, all equal to 0. I'm going to factor by grouping, so I'm going to group these, see what I can pull out. I can pull a 2x out of the first one, so that leaves me x minus 3. And I can pull a 5 out of the next one, and that leaves me x minus 3. Okay. Looking in here, this x minus 3 and this x minus 3 are in common. So I'm going to take the x minus 3 out. And what do I have left? I've got a 2x, and I've got a plus 5. And don't forget your original x there. Okay, so bring it all down. So I have something times something else times some last thing equals 0. So I set each piece equal to 0. The zero factor property. And I solve for x for each one of those. Okay, so this one's done. This is going to be x equal to 3. And then this is going to be x equal to negative 5 halves. All right, we'll do one more of those. Say I had, y to the 4th plus 21y squared minus 100 equals 0. Okay? Now, this y to the 4th here, y squared, and negative 100. Well, we're used to seeing something like something squared plus something times my linear term plus my constant, right? So that's what we're trying to get it in the form of so that we can do our AC method. But we don't have that. This thing right here is to the 4th, and then this middle term here is squared. So I really want that middle term to be a linear factor. So let's just call it something else. This is ugly, so let's call it u. So let u equal y squared. So this middle b term here, we want it to become a linear factor like this here. Now this is clever because what happens whenever I square u? Well, u squared is what? That's y squared squared, which is y to the 4th, okay? So now all of a sudden I can replace y to the 4th with what? U squared. Okay, so this y to the 4th becomes u squared. And then the 21y squared becomes 21. Well, what does y squared equal? It equals u. Okay, and then minus 100 equals 0. Now this right here is what we want. We want something squared plus 21u minus 100. So we've got a quadratic equation in u. So let's use our T-chart. So I want something that multiplies to 100 and then adds to 21. Now 25 times negative 4, 25 minus 4 adds to 21, so that works. So what do we have? We've got u plus 25 times u minus 4 equals 0. All right, so I set each piece equal to 0, so u plus 25 equals 0, or u minus 4 equals 0. So u equals negative 25, and then u equals 4. Okay, but what's our problem? The original problem was not in terms of u. However, if we take u and replace it with what it equals,